Hey everyone! Every day we're bombarded with new videos, news stories, and articles that demand our attention. And in order to be a critical thinker that possesses intellectual integrity, we're forced to sift through arguments and counter-arguments to find the truth. But how do we do this quickly and accurately? Today, I would like to share one helpful tool that I keep in my arsenal, and I call it the Logical Fallacy Detector, or Fallacy Detector. Now, you may be questioning, Kristen, what is a logical fallacy? Kristen, why does it matter? Kristen, why are we talking about this out of everything we could be talking about right now? These are such great questions. I wish I thought of them. Logic and the laws of logic are the foundation of communication itself. And without communication, we would have no meaningful conversation and truth would be lost. Wow, that's a big deal. And that's where the logical fallacy comes in. Dun, dun, dun. A logical fallacy is an error in reasoning that misleads its hearers into unsound thinking. And this can either be done intentionally or unintentionally. It seeks to distract, destroy, and undermine your pursuit of finding truth. And that's why it matters. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go to some examples, shall we? Here are the top logical fallacies that I've seen as I've been scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. Number 1, ad hominem. Try saying that 3 times fast. Ad hominem, also known as against the man, is an argument that attacks the person rather than the argument itself. So the person using the ad hom is trying to disprove the other person's argument by focusing on some specific characteristics of the other person as grounds to invalidate their argument. And it goes something like this. Yeah, man, it's time to vote again what snacks we're gonna have in the cafeteria. I know, I'm so excited to vote on desserts today. Yeah, me too. I think Snickers should win. Snickers are the best. Really? I was thinking of gluten-free brownies because they would cater to more people and we can get a really good deal on them. Of course you would. Willy Wonka is your dad and he is newly found to have celiac disease. Besides, I heard you kick puppies. This is literally the most common fallacy I've seen when on Instagram or Facebook. The most. Even if the female student does have Willy Wonka as a father and does kick puppies, has no bearing on her argument that the gluten-free brownie is the best choice for the cafeteria. Remember when on social media, attack the argument, not the person. Don't be guilty of ad hom. Number 2, false dichotomy or false dilemma. This argument presents 2 options that seem mutually exclusive to choose from and imply that there are no other options available. It's the classic this or that, either or, but it doesn't present all the little ands available in between. Well, you know what, Winnie Wonka? If you vote for gluten-free brownies today, then I'm going to take that as you don't love me. Because I love Snickers, and if you loved me, you would vote for Snickers. The argument presented by Bob is a fallacy because there may be many other reasons why Winnie doesn't want to choose a Snicker bar. Perhaps she's allergic to nuts. Maybe she doesn't like candy bars. Or maybe she has a best friend that has celiac disease and has been waiting on a gluten-free alternative for the cafeteria to offer. And I just want to say this is a personal thing, but I am seeing this all over Facebook right now. People are saying, because you are supporting this, then that means you're against this. If you're for this, you're against this. And if you're for this, you're against this. And I'm just like, guys, it's a fallacy. Fallacy alert, fallacy alert. If you're about to present an argument that comes to an either-or conclusion, make sure you check it out first to see if there are any false dichotomies hidden in there. Numbers 3 and 4, the fallacy of composition and the fallacy of division. So this is not one of the top 5 fallacies that most people bring up, but because of the issues that are going on in our society, this makes the top of my list. These 2 arguments are similar for these reasons. They either substitute one for the whole or the whole for one. Composition states that if something is true for the individual, that it must also be true for the whole. Division states that if something is true for the whole, then it must also be true for the individual. No, I think I can still love you and vote for something different. Whatever, Winnie. I see what you're doing. I see what your whole family's doing. Just gonna go around the world spreading your gluten-free love, wanting to infiltrate the world with all the gluten-free brownies. This is just the first step in world domination. You all love your gluten-free brownies. Snickers. Actually, my dad hates brownies. I'm the only one in the family who likes them. He's more of a candy guy himself. He probably would vote for Snickers too. Also, why are you getting so upset?
Huh. That brings up a good point. That brings up a mighty good point. You're a Wonka. You are Winnie Wonka. Why don't you like candy? It's in your DNA and stuff. You should be voting for Snickers because you're a Wonka and they love candy.
I feel like it's evident why those two arguments failed the test of logic, so we're just going to keep on moving. And last but not least, number 5, the appeal to emotion. This fallacy is exactly what it sounds like. It seeks to manipulate an emotional response in place of having a valid and compelling argument.
You know what else, Winnie? You know what else? I had a rough day. I was walking here in the rain barefoot. Did you see me? My flip-flop fell off. And it was pouring down rain. And you know what made me happy? That Snickers. That Snickers bar. Usually it's when you're hungry, eat a Snickers. When you're hangry, eat a Snickers. But when you've walked in the rain with no shoes, eat a Snickers. And that's why I think we should vote for Snickers.
This is one example of appealing to emotion, or it could look like this.
Hey, Winnie. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I got a little upset. I haven't told you, but it's been really rough at home recently for my little sister. She's been having nightmares every night, and the only thing that consoles her is when I come in and just bring a bite of the Snickers bar. I see her tears go away. She starts to smile. Yeah, it just makes you feel good inside. And so that's just one of the reasons why I want to see Snickers in this cafeteria.
As a warning, this will probably be the hardest argument that you'll have to sift through, because as human beings, we have the ability to be empathetic and sympathetic to another person's needs. And in that, we may be tempted to turn off our brains and only sympathize with another. For the sake of truth, let us not do that. Let us love with our hearts and reason with our brains.
Guys, we're done. You made it.
There are like a million fallacies. This is not a full list. If you want more, Google it. Just Google it.
Oh, that was a lot. My brain. Somebody's gonna tell me I look like I have a bird on my head.
I hope this tool helps you in your pursuit of truth, and that you more clearly, accurately, and quickly be able to identify the voices that are in your life.